Okay, it's official now. After this short intro, I would like to give the floor to the Synergistic Coordinator, Spheric Accelerator, to present the project briefly and the Synergistic program. So the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Ina. Hope you can hear me well.
We do?
And
Hello,
per-
Denisa.
Hello, everyone. And if you can help me, please, with the next slide, it would be perfect. I hope it works.
It did not change?
No, it did not
We've
change.
tested with almost everyone, but we didn't test our presentation.
It's still in the layout, which is not
Yeah, it's not in
set to
presenter.
the Cohort, so perfect. We can see it. Great. And yes, this is the slide, and we can skip to the next one. Thank you. Perfect. Hello, everyone. Again, I'm Denisa Lazurca on behalf of the SynergistEIC Coordinator, Spheric Accelerator. And as you already know, SynergistEIC is a program that provides tailor-specific and hands-on support to European impact-driven GreenTech startups. And we aim to make them more competitive and increase their readiness to be successful to the EIC Accelerator. In this regard, we had 2 waves of open calls. We had one in 2023 and the other one, it was last this year. And we will meet today the startups selected for the second open call. We will manage to have 30 digital and tech startups supported, and to give them up to 50K grant funding for startups. And of course, we have an accelerator program and access to EU innovation network that we will provide to the startups. Next one, please. And the main objectives of the SynergistEIC programs are to identify promising green tech startups with high potential to access the EIC accelerator, also reinforce the EIC activities by targeting these high potential startups that were not awarded the EIC accelerator grant yet. They might have been applied, but not be selected. Also, we want to connect the startups with relevant stakeholders and raise their readiness for investment and accelerate their growth, market readiness, and the coverage of innovative startups. Next one, please. As Ina already mentioned, we have 4 partners in the SynergistEIC consortium. Spheric Accelerator is the coordinator, and its mission is to connect startups with strategic resources and facilitate their access to global business opportunities. We have alongside us GForce. Can you please move back a bit? Thank you. We have alongside us also GForce, who is a pre-seed and seed investment program for mission-driven sustainability and climate tech startups. Fast Track, that supports startups, entrepreneurs, and others innovators to build and grow their businesses. And of course, App Success, with the leading SME network and platform application management. And on the next slide, we can see the results of the SynergistEIC Open Call 2. We have selected 60 startups and managed to already give them the grants. It's important to mention that we have 2 tracks of applicants and startups. We selected 6 startups for the EIC Accelerator applicant startup track and another 10 startups for the non-EIC applicant startups track. And the main differentiator between them is the fact that these 6 startups managed to already apply to the EIC Accelerator, but were not selected, and the other ones had nothing to do with the program yet. Of course, you can see more details about the startups on our website, and you will hear soon the pitches. And the last slide, thank you. After the selection, the beneficiaries embarked on a 6-month tailor program, and we managed to give them some services that will ensure growth, impact, and cross-border connections alongside the grant. that will be used for reaching the development KPIs. We are running a 6-month acceleration program to increase scalability and organizing a series of workshops on EU funding and procurement topics, connecting them with other opportunities and also with EIC winners. And this is the program. I'm glad to be here and can't wait to see the pitches. Thank you, Ina.
Thank you, Denisa. And thank you for keeping the time as well, because we are already a few minutes past the time. So very quickly on my end about the show, about the showcase event housekeeping rules. So as you know, again, the event is already being recorded. Each pitch is up to 4 minutes, followed by a 3 to 4 minutes Q&A part. It's open only for the jury members. We have 3 jury members, and I'll present them in a while. The startups will be interrupted by Oriane, my colleague Oriane, who will be the moderator of today's pitch sessions. When the time is over, you will be notified when there is 1 minute left, and then she will be interrupting you when your time is over. So when you have only 4 minutes. And then the Q&A session, again, we cannot extend it more than 4 minutes. Some information also for the jury members. You will have the links to the evaluation cards, but I will be supporting you during the pitch sessions of each group, and I will be sending you in a personal message the links to the evaluation card. And yeah, the top scored startups will be announced at the end of the event. So this is it very shortly about the rules of the event. And next slide, please. As I said, we have jury members and evaluation categories. The jury members will be asking questions, but also will provide some valuable feedback to you, and will evaluate your pitch decks based on business model, pitch and presentation skills, and the impact that you have both social and environmental. So these are the 3 categories. And next slide, please. And quickly, I would like to invite our jury members to present themselves very quickly in less than 1 minute. Thank you so much for being here today with us. And the first one is Raluca. Raluca, the floor is yours. I do hope that we can.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm Raluca Grigore. I am a Programs Portfolio Director at Impact Hub Bucharest. Well, I'm very passionate about sustainability and climate, and I worked in the past 2.5 years with green startups. So I'm really happy to be here, and I can't wait to hear your ideas.
Thank you so much, Raluca. And the next one? Antonella, are you here? The floor is yours to shortly present yourself. We're super happy to have you today with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is Antonella. I'm an expert on EU funding and business consulting. Also work in projects on Horizon regarding research on robotics, AI, and Industry 4.0. Also mentor in different hackathons and jury member, evaluator on cascade funding. So I have some experience on that. And also today I represent the Empowered by NEA project that we are in synergy with yours. So nice that you invite me here, and waiting to see the startups ideas, and let's have a little bit of fun.
Thank you so much, Antonella. Super nice to have you with us today. And last but not least, because we do care for the gender balance in Synergistic, Zdenek, are you here?
Hello, everybody. Slenjak or Fred Faust here. I'm the general partner at PurposeTech. My background is I've been a founder for a little over 15 years. And when I sold my last company about 3 years ago, I started PurposeTech, which is a pre-seed fund focused on Central and Eastern Europe, investing in health, education, and sustainability. We work very closely with the Impact Hub network. Great to see you, Raluca. We are basically looking for the best green tech, health tech, and tech startups out there. So great to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Great to have you here with us today as well. And I think we can start. I would like once again to introduce my colleague Oriane, who will be the moderator of today's session. So Oriane, the floor is yours. Let's start.
Yes, thank you, Ina. And please check also the list. I have promoted a few as panelists, but there is also some hand raised. Okay, hello everyone. So my name is Oriane from F-Success, and I will be moderating, meaning I will be the one stopping you if you are going over the time. So please try to respect the time as much as you can. You have 4 minutes, and 4 minutes to be pitching your startups, and then we will go to 4 minutes of Q&A session as well. So if everyone is ready, let's start. The first group, so the Startup Showcase event is divided into 3 groups. And the first group will have the first 5 startups, which are GreenTech, 3D Component, GrowIndie, Clarify, and SoulSign. And if we have GreenTech here, then let's kickstart with GreenTech today. I will stop sharing my screen. And then GreenTech can start sharing your own screen.
Hello, everyone. I am Alba from GreenTech.
Yes, and give me. I will just prepare the timer. Yeah, just something that I forgot to mention. So you have 4 minutes to indicate you that you have only 1 minute left. I will put the little emoji if it's right. They are not here. So I will raise my hand like this 1 minute before the end, and then once it's finished, I will unmute myself, and you might hear a little bit of the alarm as well, and then it means you have just a few seconds to wrap up. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, share your screen, and then...
Can you see it well?
Yeah, but you are not in presenting mode yet? Okay, that's perfect. Okay, I'm starting now.
Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Alba Jimenez, and I am CTO at GreenTech Technologies. GreenTech main mission is the decarbonization of industrial heat. Basically, we help high energy demand industries to reduce their CO2 emissions significantly, and also to enhance their energy efficiency and energy independence. All of this at the same time helping to also reduce energy costs so that they can still be competitive. Why we are addressing this problem is because currently around 70% of industrial heat is still covered by fossil fuels, and this results in a staggering 25% of global CO2 emissions every year. So there is no net zero goal achievement if industry is not correctly decarbonized. Here I present to you our solution. Basically, it's a high energy density thermal battery that is really multifunctional, and this is so because it can be charged with electricity from a state renewable and also with the grid during off-peak periods, and also with waste heat improving energy efficiency. As I said, the energy is stored in form of heat, and it is delivered when needed at temperatures of 350 degrees. And this is our multidisciplinary teams with a lot of experience in renewable energies and custom-made machinery. We collaborate also with top scientific advisor in the field of thermal energy storage with more than 20 years experience. This is the really huge market opportunity for thermal energy storage that is forecast around 54 billion euros by 2030. Greendur expectation is by that year to have at least 1.4 gigawatt hour of energy storage capacity, which means almost 700 units sold. This is our main target markets. So we are really focused right now in industrial drying thermal processes. So delivering hot air to ovens. We are also very focused on food and beverage industry. And in the long term, we will also participate in paper, chemical, and textile industries for the decarbonization. And this is the internationalization post-Spain. So we will first move in Europe and then after 2028 to Latin. This is a big, or most closest competitors that use exactly the same high energy density thermal energy storage. So as you can see, most of our competitors are in ultra high temperature storage. So it's a hard to electrify heat sector. And instead, Greendur is strategically positioned to deliver clean heat up to 400 degrees. And it is important to say that 50% of the industrial demand is in that range, and we can avoid a lot of technological challenge with some lower cost. And this is our business model. We are primarily centered in direct sales, and we also offer, in any case, heat as a service because we are seeing an increasing demand of this type of service. And of course, we also offer maintenance service. In the near future, intelligent system control. And we are performing a POC, and we will launch a targeting campaign to secure the first commercial contracts. And this is the total fundraise, and we are raising 0.5 million to reach the first clients. Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't see your hand while I was in presentation.
Sorry.
I didn't know that was the time already. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for stopping. We need to stick to the rules. 4 minutes of question. So, yes, Antonella, go for it.
Yes, my question is about the technical solution. You didn't explain too much how your differentiation, what is the differentiation between your technical solution and your competitors on the market?
Well, so the most important thing is that we use phase change materials. That what is the advantage is that we can store a lot of energy, much more than the sensible heat storage solution per unit of volume. So we have a more compact equipment, and of course, a smaller equipment is also related with lower structural component cost. So it is cost effective, but more compact with higher energy density than the commercial solutions right now. I don't know if I have answered your question. So
Yes.
phase change, okay, because I can enter more into detail, but I don't want to maybe go too technical, but I can give you more detail if you would like to.
Okay, so you want to extend your business, and I see that you are going to the hard-to-abate industries. Did you start some activities on other markets to find out some clients or maybe some business partners?
Yes, well, so we have some verbal agreement also with renewable installer and manufacturing from food and beverage industries in order to help us with the direct sales. But yeah, we are testing in industrial facilities related with paint curing processes right now. But yeah, we are very close to food and beverage industry because of our experience, and we are really focused on collaboration with that industry right now.
And what do you think your solution will work on the market?
Why it will work?
Yes.
Okay, so well, I think that there is a necessity of decarbonization that will be more urgent, not just in terms of climate, but also because if CO2 emissions taxes increases at the end, industries will need to go to technical solution to still be competitive and yeah, fit with the target of Europe and all the goals that are required for them.
Okay. Thank you.
We have only 1 minute left, so let's give the floor to another jury member. I don't know who was next. Raluca?
Fred was first.
Shoot, Raluca, if you want to.
Okay, thank you, Fred. I was curious about the impact on the climate, if you measure it or not.
Yeah, so I mean, it is true that it's difficult to give a specific number because it's very project dependent. So it is affected by how you charge the battery. So if it is 100% renewable, or it is from the grid, or even waste heat. But I mean, you can imagine that if ovens that are operated with gas start to operate with extent of solar PV or the grid, I mean, there is substantial reduction. We can decarbonize the complete process. So it's tons of CO2 emissions what we can avoid in every project.
Okay, thank you. The time is up, so we will need to go to the second startup for the pitching. And for the future, we will try to stick to one question per jury member to make sure everyone has the time to ask their own question. Thank you so much. And then let's move to 3D components. If you could share your screen, and when you're ready, we'll start the time.
Yeah, do you see my screen now?
Yeah, we see your screen and we hear you, so I'm starting the time now.
Perfect.
Thank you. Okay, I started.
Right, good. Hi, my name is Amin Azar, founder of 3D Components from Norway, and I'll be presenting our innovation in welding and additive manufacturing industries. Welding and metal 3D printing robots are critical, yet complex. Right selection of process parameters is a costly bottleneck across industries due to a variety of governing standards. In welding, over 90% of the jobs are suboptimal and unsustainable. The current approach of process qualification is labor-intensive and requires massive resources. Process qualification alone is responsible for 5,000 tons of CO2 emission and 2,500 tons of material waste each single day. It's also time-consuming and costs industries millions. Our innovative and user-friendly product, RopeTrack, makes the process parameter screening faster and helps reducing environmental impact by integrating advanced AI systems. Our sensor technology scans welds in real time, creating digital representation of the deposited material for simultaneous analysis. We can detect bead shape, defects, anomalies, and correlate them with the instantaneous process parameters. This approach is over 200 times faster than current trial and error methods, dramatically reducing material waste and testing time. We have also created a rich database of engineering metals that can be accessed by subscription. We are motivated by the fact that there is a critical shortage of welders globally, and the industry is adopting welding automation in an unprecedented pace. With thousands of automated systems sold annually, we are targeting a serviceable, obtainable market of 11 billion euros, leveraging multiple revenue streams through sales and subscription models. We also have established documented alliance with influential industrial partners across Europe and the US. We have successfully attracted 1 million euros in non-diluting equity to fuel our R&D activities. We have also documented unprecedented fast parameter screening through 3 active systems that we have at TRL7, which led us to patent our invention at the European Patent Office. Our total addressable market will reach 71 billion euros by 2030, with over 1.4 million arc welding machines sold annually in 2023. Almost 40% of these machines are obtained for full automation, leaving us a total of serviceable addressable market of 550,000 automated welding systems. So if we aim to equip 50% of these setups with rope track, the sales price of 40,000 euros each, resulting in an annual revenue of 11 billion euros for us. Our team combines long experience from manufacturing industry and cutting-edge expertise in additive manufacturing, welding, robotics, and AI technology, positioning us at the forefront of the industry innovation. Our remote operation demonstrator was also featured by the European Commission as a leap in repair innovation. We have established customer base and partner base that engages influential stakeholders to be able to create an impact in a classical industry. We are seeking to raise 1.7 million euros of funding to accelerate our growth. This fund will be spent over 2 years to cover further developments, team expansion, aggressive market penetration, and sales initiatives. By the end of year 2, Rope Track version 3 will be launched, featuring the full-fledged through-process implementation of AI in welding and additive manufacturing industries. This will bring us closer to the target revenue of 13 million euros in only 2 years. Rope Track is poised to transform welding and additive manufacturing industries. Please contact us to be a part of this journey.
Exactly on time. Thank you. So thank you so much. And then let's open the floor to questions. And let's keep 1 question per jury member, please. Yeah, go ahead, Fred.
Hi, Amin. Thanks for the presentation. Can you maybe elaborate more on the target market? Because I can imagine there might be some constraints in terms of what the robot can do and cannot do, right? One, and then on the business model in a way that probably the robot is quite costly. So there are use cases where the investment makes sense, and then there are some which it doesn't. So what's your beachhead, and can you maybe elaborate on that a little bit more?
Yeah. I just mentioned that there are 120,000 cobots are being sold with this welding system. Cobots are collaborative robots. They're small and they're affordable. And one setup costs somewhere between 100,000 to 150,000 euros to acquire for the end user. So these kind of systems are very accessible, and they are being sold and adopted in an unprecedented way since the COVID time. So all in all, when you are selling such a system to the industry, they are adopting this because of the fact that they don't really have much information about welding, and they don't want to use the robots as they were used before. So helping them to get on board with finding the right process parameter for welding and additive manufacturing is a plus.
Thank you. Do we have another question? We still have, yes, Antonella.
I will have a very specific question. Tell me more about your cooperation with Robotnik from Spain.
Yeah. The video that I showed, that our robot and our system was mounted on their mobile platform, which is called Kairos, that is a collaboration between us and Robotnik.
Okay, thank you very much. I know them very well. That
yeah.
I wanted to see. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We still have 2 minutes for questions, so we can shoot more. Luca, do you have a question?
Yeah. Actually, quite the same question as for Greendur before. What's your climate impact with your solution?
Well, in the industry that requires welding qualification, right? So different welding parameters affect material in a different way, and depending on which industry you are targeting, the governing standards are different, right? So it's plenty of ways that you can do a single weld to happen, right? So we are trying to help these industries to find this process parameter faster, because right now they are using a lot of material to do the testing, and after the testing, they're just basically throwing out the material, so it's waste. It is 2,500 metric tons of material being wasted just for qualification work, not the main weld. Just imagine that. Just they are throwing out that much of material out, and that is a huge waste, and that is equal to 5,000 metric tons of CO2 emission per day globally. So our technology, which is 280 times faster, means that you can do whatever that you were supposed to do in 280 days in only one day. So that is how we are impacting the industry by reducing the carbon emission.
Thank you. 30 seconds left if there is a very short question. Okay, 15 seconds, so let's stop here. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to Windy, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Just a second. Just a sec. Can you see the screen?
Not yet.
No.
Not on my side, at least. Now something is coming up. Yes, but we can see the Google for now.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, not in presentation mode, but yeah, we can see the. Oh, yes,
is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will start this timer right now. Thank you.
My name is Türkan, and this is not my hand, but it might represent mine. Actually, every other day, my little kid, my 4-year-old daughter, comes with a couple of leaves, showing me how beautiful they are, and I feel very happy, and I also feel content and happy that every day I help the world to be a safer. Try to help the world to be a safer and cleaner place for her future. So very happy to be here as well. So we know that the conventional energy production ways have so many issues already, but the renewable energy, the production ways also have some issues as well, like the high generation and maintenance costs, environmental concerns like agriculture, noise, etc., and limited modularity and transferability. So Gravity offers a solution using wind and gravity to generate clean, environmental friendly, affordable and accessible energy for all who wants to reach it. So we see here how it works. It's a system based on the technology of the benefits we can just count as under the 4 pillars: easy installation and maintenance, minimal impact of operational efficiency, and modularity and transferability. So the value brings to the customer, it brings to the customer is minimizing the cost and maximizing the energy, as well as the operational efficiency, like it helps to without the direction and time. So that's direction, time, and speed, it produces energy. So it's unlike the traditional turbines, the environmental impact traditional turbines, it does not harm the wildlife, bees, birds, or any wildlife. or like the solar panels, it does not block the sun for agricultural purposes, and it has no resonance issues. Of course, it can be easily transferable with no need of highly skilled engineers and maintenance. It brings many competitive advantages comparing to other technologies. As you can see here, under almost all of the parameters, it brings an advantage. So we target our accessible market as global wind energy market, 150 billion. Europe wind energy market, again, 12 billion. And the short and midterm accessible obtainable market as Turkish dairy farms and mining market. We starting from 2017, we do have many progress. Actually, it's interrupted by the pandemic, but it is accelerated, very well accelerated right now. So we do for future steps, we do want to ensure compliance for agricultural industrial sectors, setting up our headquarters in Finland. And our primary entry will be agriculture, focused on dairy market and coming up with mining market. We will have B2B model, direct sales, wherever needed, the leasing model, maintenance and selling the units. We do plan to have a pricing structure that will decrease with higher capacities. And we do have already have some letter of interest from different countries, and our prototype is being tested in Istanbul right now with promising results. Our team, highly experienced team with top management roles in many multinational countries. We do have an ecosystem and key stakeholders with strategic partnerships, advisors, and technical advisors and strategic partners, and customer interests. We do plan to reach in 5 years 65 million euros with over sales
I'm
of
gonna
1,000
have to
units.
stop.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's the end.
Perfect.
The 5 million investment needs. So this is supposed to be me in 5 years. Very happy helping the world to be a safer and cleaner place for my daughter and for all of our kids' future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's move to questions. A 4 minutes question as well. I will start the timer. Yes, Raluca, please.
Fred was first, so this time I'll let him first.
It doesn't tell me.
Thank you. It's all good. Thanks, Okan, for your presentation. Can you elaborate on what are the main disadvantages of your technology compared to the existing technologies out there for the same use case?
Well, as for the disadvantages, there's not many actually. The thing is that we need to improve it better with cost-wise and the other structure. It is cost-wise, it is already much lower than the competition technologies, but we want to have it much less cost with with the materials and the other stuff to be developed more, so that we will have some R&D plans in the future as well. So we want it to be a kind of a more developed structure with materials and the other stuff supporting. We do want to use supporting equipment, supporting machinery, supporting the technology. So this should be improved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Raluca?
Yes. What's the life expectancy of the product? And
Well,
what
actually,
happened with the product after that period?
Yeah, actually, since it is very modular, unlike the wind turbines, because the wind turbines, it has like the many parts of it might be very delicate and just they have to be very careful on the maintenance. But this is a kind of a very robust, having the parts. Actually, like they daily use industrial materials they are, and they are recyclable, by the way, unlike the wind turbines. So by renewing the parts, that is, I mean, if you maintenance it well and by renewing the parts properly, so it might be used many years, unlike the others. So we actually didn't calculate the exact year for the purpose, but there are many, of course. The renewal, as I said, the materials and the other stuff should be on the way. Since we will be working on those as well, there might be some changes to extend the lifetime of it. Yeah, it is depending, comparing the other solutions, cost-wise, it is much less cost when you maintain it or change the parts. So yeah.
We have only 1 minute left, so let's move to Antonella's question, please.
Yes, I want to know much more about the technical solution. What is the difference between your turbines and the ones that are on the market? Because was very, very short presented. Thank you.
Well, the wind turbines, they have resonance and they have circular moves, whereas ours uses gravity, as the name refers, gravity and the wind together. So we might see it here. So it moves with the wind and goes down, goes back with the gravity. So it produces electricity with this movement. So it does not have any resonance circular movement. So it does not create kind of a noise and resonance comparing to the wind turbines. And they are, of course, very high cost and very hard to reach. This is much more comparable, much more less cost, and modularity and transferability wise, it is much more easier to install.
Thank you so much. Okay, time is over. Can you still hear me? I had a little technical problem. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. So let's move on to clarify startups, please. And set up the timer.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Good, thank you. Yeah.
So hopefully you can see my screen in presentation mode now.
Yes, perfect. So I will start the timer right now. So 4 minutes, I will put my hand raised after when it's 1 minute left. And then I will have to stop you once the timer is up. Only a few seconds, please, to wrap up.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Søren Schuh. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Clarify. Clarify provides clear data about unclear water. You can think about us as a Bloomberg for pollution. Our clients are wastewater solution providers. They produce treatment systems, sensors, software, engineering solutions, etc., to handle the wastewater from municipal and industrial clients. They need to sell their products. So somewhere in their sales department, someone is working on generating leads. This is what we help them do. Their problem today is that there are hundreds of thousands of facilities that could be relevant customers, but only very few that are. This means that our clients spend thousands of hours manually identifying relevant customers using Google. This is where Clarify enters the picture. We incorporate data from this world's environmental protection agencies and make it easily searchable in our wastewater market intelligence platform. This enables our clients to easily identify relevant customers. Our platform comprises data for more than 150,000 wastewater facilities in Europe and North America, with a range of data for each facility, including detailed data about wastewater permits, discharges, and violations, and contact details, satellite imagery, and so on. This enables our clients to do precise customer segmentation and saves them a lot of time. Virtually all wastewater challenges are technically solvable. The big challenge is to match each wastewater challenge to the most appropriate and cost-effective solution. As wastewater challenges become tougher and wastewater solutions become more advanced, Clarify is in a perfect position to facilitate this matchmaking, leveraging ever-increasing amounts of publicly available wastewater data and new powerful AI tools. We find that our customers are relatively poorly served by our competitors who are either too expensive and too heavy or not specialized enough, and none are anywhere close to the big data powered solution with a razor-sharp wastewater focus that we are building. Clarify solution addresses an attractive market opportunity with a total addressable market, including all types of pollution, of more than $3 billion, and a serviceable obtainable market focused on North American wastewater solutions of more than $120 million. Clarify's business model is to take publicly available data from wastewater, from environmental protection agencies, combine that with other types of low-cost data, and our value creation is to make these mountains of data easily accessible for our clients. Our revenue model is data as a service sold as an annual subscription. We solve an important problem for a very specific niche. Today, we have 6 clients from 5 different countries with an average ARR per client of $5,400. We have more than 120 clients in pipeline. Our clients love the products and point especially to time savings and high quality of leads as a value creation. Our team consists of me, our CTO Martin Strøg, and a full-stack developer and a powerful advisory board. We are asking for $500,000 to accelerate our growth journey and get us on track to $3.5 million in revenue by 2028. We aim to hire the right people within sales, development, client success, data validation, accelerate our product roadmap, and accelerate revenue by 12 to 18 months. We have spoken to hundreds of different potential clients about what it would take for them to subscribe to our platform and are using this input to prioritize our product development roadmap. We have detailed data about enforcement action and capacity utilization top of our roadmap, detailed data about PFAS and biogas afterwards, and detailed data about European facilities coming up next. That's it for me. Thank you much for having me. Ready for Q&A.
Perfect. Thanks for keeping the timing. So 4 minutes Q&A, question and answer. Yeah. Fred, you're first.
Thanks, Oren, for the presentation. So if I understand correctly, basically you gather the data, right? You sort of frame those into insights for suppliers, those companies,
Yes.
and then you open up the opportunity. Can you elaborate a little bit more on the component of the budget, right? Because just the fact that a wastewater facility has a problem and it's owned, for example, by the state or the municipality, it doesn't mean it has the budget to solve that problem. So how do you tackle this when you ultimately try to open business opportunities for your customers, right? For the providers to those facilities?
So we tap into many types of data, and like one of them are the budgets at each of these wastewater facilities. So typically you will have budgets for construction of repair and stuff like that. So we tap into that as well.
Where do you get this information? The budget piece?
So for publicly owned facilities, it is often publicly available, at least in the United States. For industrial facilities, it is a little harder, but we are working on getting more complete coverage on that.
Thank you.
You got it.
Thank you. Antonella, if you can hear me.
Yes, I want to ask you, how do you know that your solution is working and it's on demand on the market, as you have not so many clients? So how can you test it if it's okay?
So far we have 6 paying customers, and we have, as I said, we have mapped over 120 interested customers. Typically they are interested in specific data layers, and we have mapped that and are getting on board with that. We went to a big wastewater trade show in New Orleans in Louisiana, USA last week. And we have, so we are quite confident that at least for a segment of our clients, we have an attractive value proposition.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Raluca, do you have a question? We still have 1 minute, 20 seconds. Thank you.
I was curious about the market that you want to address.
Yes. So we want to basically help everyone that is providing an engineering solution to an environmental problem find out about their environmental problems. So every company that is addressing a pollution problem, we want to help them. That's our market.
Any more question? I'm having a little internet problem, so Ina, if you want to jump in.
Sure, I will. I take it from there. So how much time we have left, Oriane? Just let me know. Maybe 1 minute for another question.
20 seconds.
Okay. So let's consider that time is over. And thank you so much for your pitch.
Thank you. Look at it. Thank you, Antonella, and thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So the next one.
It's SoulSign, yes. I will try. Sorry, I'm having little internet connection problems. So SoulSign is next.
Yes, I'm just going to try and share my screen. Just give me a second. Hello, do you see my screen?
Yes, you see your screen in presenter mode. So I will start right now. 4 minutes.
No, one second.
Okay,
I've lost myself. I've lost myself now. 1 second. I can't see my presenter notes. If you just give me 1 second.
Yes, no problem.
Grant, so you see me now, right?
Yes, we see it.
Grant. Well, okay.
Okay. Let's go.
Good morning. I'm Matan Lass. Good morning from Dublin. I'm the founder and CEO of SoulSign, the intelligent solar portal. So myself and Iran, the company's founders, worked as lawyers to the renewable energy industry, where we specialized in advising renewable energy companies on lease contracts. We came to realize that sharing land, finding land is one of the biggest critical pain points for the entire industry. The enormous costs, delays, and the absolute big issues finding land is just an enormous issue. So there are over 400 solar developers operating just in Europe, and together they spend 6 billion euros a year just to prospect land for new solar projects. So we teamed up with a group of crack GIS and technical experts to develop SoulSign, the first all-in-one solution for solar site intelligence. So this is it. This is how SoulSign is. It simplifies the search for solar-ready land. It's unlike any other active GIS-enabled site search software on the market. We have a portal that uses an algorithm that's backed by AI data, that it knows what the average solar developer is looking for and is therefore able to calibrate hundreds of data points, meaning that SoulSign can analyze enormous property portfolios and cherry pick those plots that would be suitable for solar developments. SoulSign is a SaaS solution with monthly subscription fees, no commission, no hidden costs. How do we do it? The AI site scoring algorithm combines legal, geospatial, ownership, and legal data. I've got a slight issue here with my screen. The AI site scoring algorithm combines legal, geospatial, ownership, and energy market data to simplify the process of identifying, assessing, and acquiring utility-scale solar farm sites. SoulSign can instantly assess the viability of any plot of land as a potential solar site. We have potential for massive carbon impact, given that 1 megawatt of solar panels, which is about 25 acres of land, saves around 3,250 metric tons of CO2 per year. So our 10-year target is land validation for 10% of all solar capacity, meaning that we're likely to save 87 million metric tons of CO2. We solve 5 of the biggest developer pain points out there. 1, time. Advanced geospatial tools still take hundreds of human hours to operate when used to analyze specific needs. With SoulSign, you get instant analysis of land viability for solar projects received in seconds. Two, cost. Solar developers need large teams of project originators to find land and landowners willing to sell that land, right? So they waste a lot of money on interlocutors and all sorts of scouts and middlemen to broker land transactions. With SoulSign, it's an all-in-one solution that generates leads. Analyze your own listings and view a curated portfolio of land all in one platform. Success rate is the fourth one. Fact. Our competitors provide intelligence on lands, but that does not translate into land transactions. Their site scoring models, their site finding models, if you like, end up with a cold call approach to a landowner, which you need to convince. With SoulSign, you don't get that. You get direct landowner engagement, a portfolio of live, available properties for acquisition or lease. And finally, scale. Developers cannot really advertise widely for landowners. You rarely see advertising campaigns by solar developers. They would simply not have the means or the time to process thousands of leads. But with SoulSign, you can source land for advertising and validate on our platform at scale because we use an AI solution that thinks like a solar developer. So we can find the top 10% of land leads that you have. It's a complete game changer. SoulSign is live in 4 countries throughout Southeastern Europe: Serbia, Bulgaria, Montenegro, and Slovenia. We have analyzed thousands of different land plots.
Please wrap up in a few seconds.
500 viable and pre-qualified land leads in these countries. And we've received funding from the European Space Agency. We are in revenue, monthly recurring revenue, and we're on a path to profitability soon. Thank you very much, and apologies for going over.
Thank you so much. Okay, timer, Q&A session.
That I couldn't see it for a few seconds, so I'm sorry if that...
No, it's all good. For 4 minutes, Q&A questions. Who is first for shooting the question? Yes, Fred, please.
Hi, Matan. Thanks for the presentation. So my hunch is, based on what you're saying, that you are a marketplace, i.e. only those plots that the owners want to sell are on your platform, right? Otherwise, I cannot really understand how you would gather all the ownership information. Am I correct or am I wrong?
You're correct. We don't like using the word marketplace because marketplace has it has the idea that you can actually buy and sell on our platform. So our platform is more like like another property portal, if you'd like, right? So it's a sort of place where you see essentially pre-qualified, vetted classifieds.
Can you elaborate a little bit on the cost of the acquisition of the landowners who want to sell? Do you have some numbers on this?
Yeah, I mean, it varies widely between different countries, I mean, for example, it's complicated is the answer because it depends whether they're looking to lease, whether they're looking to sell. It's complicated. It can be about 20 meters per 20 euro per meter in square meter in some countries, and it can be right up. But generally, we're looking at around 2,000 euro per hectare. Okay, that's the general, between 2,000 and 3,000 euro per hectare.
I meant the cost of acquiring the lead, but that's fine.
That's a lease price, by the way. Lease price, not a sale price.
Yeah, I'll pass it over to Olga. Thanks, Matan.
Thank you.
Well, Fred also asked a part of my question, so I have a new one. I was curious, where are the money for you coming from?
Right. Great question. We never charge the landowners, ever. We never charge the companies and the people that supply us with land. We only ever charge the solar developers. So if you think about it, it's like a property portal for them. It's a specialized, essentially, I'm a lead generator for solar developers. That's essentially, I could have just said that instead of this entire presentation. I just have one slide saying I am lead gen, pre-qualified, pre-vetted lead gen for solar developers. They pay me monthly recurring fees just to access my portal and see all the lovely sites that we have found for them. And they don't have to pay any commissions. They don't have to pay any scouts, any real estate agents, or any middlemen. They see it all right there.
Thank you. Antonella's question now.
Yes.
We still have 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Tell me more about the environmental impact of your solution?
Yeah, so I think I mentioned it in my presentation, but essentially we're helping to roll out solar development, PV development to those countries where it matters the most, right? So we don't operate in countries like currently England or France, where solar development is quite widespread and fairly straightforward, Spain or Portugal. We operate in the Balkans. We operate in Serbia, Montenegro. We're going to be operating in North Macedonia and Albania and Bosnia-Herzegovina. These are places where ownership issues, geographic issues, and in particular connectivity issues have really hampered the rollout of solar site development. That is the problem we are solving because we're bringing all the stakeholders onto one platform where they can all interact and essentially buy and sell the land off the platform. So that is a huge impact, I think, that we're bringing to these places.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right on times. So I think we can close it for this session. Thank you so much. Okay, the first 5 startups have been presented. So if I recall, we have a little break, no?
Indeed, 5 minutes break.
5 minutes break. Okay. So it's okay. So at 15 past, depending on your time zone, but 15 past, we meet again. 5-minute break for now, and then see you in 5 minutes. Welcome back. Okay, when you're back, especially if you're a jury member, please put your video back, then we know you're here, and then we can slowly kickstart again. Okay, I think all our jury members are here. So let's kickstart with group 2. So we have another 5 amazing GreenTech startups to be pitching. Do you need more minutes, Ina, to bring everyone in the event, or it's all good?
I think we can start.
Okay, perfect. So next 5 startups are Xsoft, Honor Partner, Optisan, Microfy AI, and then Undo Smart Farming Solution. So Xsoft, the floor is yours. I will stop sharing.
Just before that, small reminder here, we did a last minute change. So the last startup to pitch will be Plan Z, not Ondo will be in group 3. Just
okay. I
yeah.
apologize for this.
Okay, thank you. Could you confirm that Xsoft is the next to present?
Yes, Xsoft is the... Do you see my screen? Not anymore, maybe.
Yes, I can see all of you, and I'm sharing our presentation now.
Okay, so just a reminder, so 4 minutes, I will put the timer. I will put my, raise my hand, well, virtually on the, with this. I know when you're on the presenter mode, it's not easy to see, but before, 1 minute before the time is up. And then once the 4 minutes are finished, you might hear a bit of my alarm. That means you have maximum 10 seconds, a few seconds to wrap up.
Okay, thanks.
So let's go. If you're ready, I will start the timer.
I'm ready to present. Okay, great.
Good luck.
Thank you. But I cannot, I cannot change the slides. There is a problem.
Okay. No problem. I will restart.
Something happened. I don't know. I cannot change. We tested, but now it doesn't work.
Okay, it's fine. Just test it again.
Try once again. If not, I'll try to share.
Now it.
Okay,
now I see the second slide. Yeah. Okay. So if you're ready,
you can start the timer now. Okay.
Okay. Good luck.
The world is experiencing a growing crisis due to more frequent and severe natural disasters and the widespread effect of climate change. Last year, natural disasters had devastating effect, which caused 280 billion euro in financial losses. Wildfires alone contribute to 20% of the global greenhouse gas emissions for 1 year. This is a huge amount, which is equal to the emissions released from the entire transportation sector. The current disaster management solutions face limitations to deliver continuous real-time data, predicting events accurately, and support long-term climate change adaptation. Our solution can fill these gaps by offering ultra-early detection of natural disasters, prompt alerts, and accurate multi-hazard event predictions. InnoNet is IoT-based web platform combining advanced artificial intelligence with a resilient sensor network, which is establishing a new benchmark for disaster preparedness. InnoNet is a disruptive innovation. It is off-grid, independent of mobile networks, and it's working without a single point of failure. It can detect events within minutes after they occur and give the customers one step forward of disaster. With its durable solar panel battery, the network can operate months without sunlight and can provide 24/7 continuous monitoring. And plus all of this, it has the cheapest price on the market, which is a great opportunity to grow, to scale, and to contribute to the climate change adaptation. The environment monitoring market size is over 70 billion, and it will become 22 in the next 3 years. And our company goal is to get a minimum of 3% of it in the first 3 years. We generate a revenue by offering on-site installation and a platform subscription to the government and businesses divided into 3 different plans: basic, advanced, and premium, according to the customer's terrain size and specifics. At this stage, we are focused on service and customer validation, and we are seeing strong interest and support from both public and private sectors. This is demonstrated by letters of interest from our potential clients and proves the growing demand for such a kind of innovative disaster management solution. Now we are at TRL 7 with a developed prototype, and we aim to achieve TRL 9 and become market ready until the end of 2025, with focus on further development and funding. In 2026, we plan to launch a pilot in Bulgaria and begin sales. In 2027, we intend to establish strong market presence. Next year, we will plan to scale internationally and become a sector leader. Global warming is pressing us to take emergency measures, and according to the United Nations, the first minutes are the most crucial, as we give the chance, and they give us the chance to reduce the damages by 30%. Based on that fact, if our solution is deployed worldwide, it has the potential to save up to 80 billion euros in the financial losses per year, and more importantly, to save lives and habitats. With a collective experience of over 30 years in R&D, innovation, and project management, our team has the expertise in every aspect of our solution. So we are able to ensure cutting-edge technology and seamless execution. Our vision is for a world where every community is empowered by technology to proactively monitor climate change, and the most important, to restore natural disasters for a more sustainable planet. So you can be part of this future.
Just a second. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
For the attention.
Okay, thank you so much.
Should I stop the sharing now?
It's as you wish. You can. I think you can use them for question if you need, or you can just reply without sharing the screen. Oh, jury members are on fire. Okay, Raluca, go for it. Shoot your question.
Yeah, for me, it's a bit unclear how the solution works. If you can re-explain it in just a sentence, please, would be great.
Okay, of course. Okay, as it was described, this is what we provide. This is a web platform which provide 24/7 ecological monitoring on site. And this platform is related with IoT-based network sensors. These are sensors in the forest, on the spot, which collect data and provide to the platform, which is visible for the customers, and it provides alerts in case of any kind of event is detected. For example, if there is a wildfire, it could detect it in the first minutes and provide prompt alerts to the customers. And then it can also predict the occurrence of the event before it happened.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question, Fred.
So I think I have a related question to that, right? Because there are some inherent limitations to the type of the solution, right? The cost of the hardware, the installation, the maintenance, because there will be some, like theft, all those kind of things. So my question to you is, how does this implicate the use case, and how does the use case implicate the actual available market? I.e., to give an extreme example, you cannot use this solution to monitor the Amazon, right? But there are probably use cases where this is a good solution. So What are those, and how much part of the TAM that you showed does this represent?
I'm not sure that I understand your question. Can you summarize it, because I'm not sure? Yeah, in a shorter. Sorry, I'm not sure if you what
so
you're
maybe
asking.
what I mentioned, so the extreme example, right? So this is not the right tool to monitor the Amazon because of the cost of maintenance, cost of installation, cost of keeping it running. People will steal it, damage the hardware, etc. Right? So there are some use cases where your solution is a good solution, and then there are others where this would not be the right solution. Right? It would be easier to monitor it through drones, through satellite images, etc. So my question to you, you show this huge TAM, right? So I'm challenging the TAM size, and I'm saying that probably part of the TAM applies to the use cases where your solution is useful. So can you maybe elaborate on that a little bit more, on those segments, those top markets, that are compatible with your solution?
Okay, as far as I understood, I can actually, this solution can be very useful for specifically for places where with a special status, for example, like a wild forest, or places where reservates for places where you want to protect them for firewood, for example, from wildfires. And then the deployment depends of the terrain a lot. How we are going to put the device, what will be our scheme, how to provide it. There is different options for deployment, and very specific. Indeed, depends of the terrain a lot. But our idea is in the next year to work on further development and provide really long-term battery. Yeah, we want to ensure that the system is very durable and independent to work.
The time is running. Antonella, can you shoot your last quick question?
Yes, I saw that you have potential clients and they cover only your country. What about the clients that are outside your country? So from Europe, from USA, how you will manage to bring them in your company? Thank you.
Thank you. We are a very early stage company, and as we described, we are in TRL 7, still working on customer validation and service validation. So these are our first potential clients, and we still haven't contact other potential clients. And we are in this process right now. So that's why you don't see them. Thank you for the questions.
Thanks. Time is up now. So we will move to Honor Partner to present their startup. Yes, we can see the screen. I cannot hear anyone yet, though.
Right now, sorry, I couldn't.
Okay, no problem. If you are ready, I will start the time now.
Yes.
So the 4 minutes, and then 1 minute raise. At 1 minute before the end, I will raise the hand.
Okay,
thank you.
So, hello, my name is Paula Sumber, and I'm the head of the Quick project at Owners Partners. Quick is an innovative project that aims to improve urban mobility by offering secure parking charging stations for electric personal mobility vehicles, EPMVs, such as e-scooters and e-bikes. As urban population increases, cities are facing serious issues with traffic congestion, air pollution, and lack of parking. While EPMVs offer a cleaner and more flexible mode of transportation, they also introduce challenges such as street clutter, theft, and insufficient parking and charging facilities. Quick addresses this by providing a secure, scalable, and sustainable solution. Quick has two main product lines, a customizable line that lets clients add features to fit their needs, and a standardized line for larger-scale industrial deployments. Quick's modular stations can be equipped with solar panels, reducing the carbon footprint by encouraging this use of electric vehicles and lowering CO2 emissions from traditional motor vehicles. We also integrate digital tools that allow users and administrators to manage the stations, reserve parking spaces, and monitoring performance. Our target market is divided in two main groups. B2B, including business parks, hotels, sports centers, and more, where parking and charging stations are essential for employees and visitors. And B2G, where we collaborate with municipalities to install stations in public areas, supporting sustainable urban mobility. Our business model includes one-time sales of the stations and SaaS that provide subscription service. This approach allows us to generate immediate revenue from station sales and ongoing income from subscriptions and maintenance service. Additionally, clients can earn extra revenue by charging fees for using the stations, increasing their overall earnings. Our growth strategy focuses on expanding our market presence through collaborations, European projects, public tenders, and others. We are already starting to expand internationally thanks to partnerships with other companies in the sector. We are seeking 300,000 euros in investment, primarily to fund technological innovations, marketing, and international expansion. This investment will help us enhance our product, grow our market presence, and secure key partnerships. Our dedicated team at Quick consists of experienced professionals in product development, technology, marketing, and management, with each member bringing unique expertise to ensure we deliver effective solutions for our clients. We have a strong track record in sustainable urban mobility, having participated in several European projects, public tenders, and successfully collaborated with private clients in various cities. In conclusion, we are excited about the future of Quick as we continue to drive sustainable urban mobility through our innovative modular parking and charging stations. Thank you for your attention and look forward to your questions.
Thank you very much, and thank you for keeping the time. Let's start with the 4 minutes Q&A. Sorry, Fred, you're first.
Thank you, Paula. Can you elaborate a little bit more on the background of your team and the market insights that you guys have, based on which you believe this solution is needed and the opportunity is large enough?
Sure. You mentioned our market, no? So we believe the main customers will be municipalities.
Just to clarify, sorry, I'm asking based on what do you believe, right? So I understand what you believe. I'm asking based on what. So the insights and the background of your team.
Okay. So we've made a research and also a benchmark with other competitors and other companies that are in the sector, and we have realized that there are a lot of with that research we realized that these are the main market. Sorry, I don't know if I responded you at all.
Thank you. Let's shoot the next question. Antonella?
Do you have other solutions that you develop, or this is the only one?
Yes, this is the main project we develop, but we have another solutions also. Yes.
And you apply with them, for the example, to the climate peak?
We applied with another big solution, and to the climate EIC, yes, but not with owners partners. So we can.
But you are
a bit. Let's do yes.
In a presentation, because I know your name. So, as my colleague asked, I know that you developed this solution, but why do you think the clients will want this solution? Why do you think you will have the success on the market?
Yes, we think this solution it's just fits with all these problems we said of the traffic and also with sustainability in the mobility sector. And we think these modular stations can be more accessible to clients, that it can be more personalized for them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have less than a minute left, so maybe we can ask
Eduardo wants to talk, you can talk.
But maybe to the last question, we still have one question to be asked and we have less than a minute. So do you have, Raluca, a question?
Yes. What's the main differentiator between you and the competitors?
Okay. As I was saying, I think the main differentiation is this modular, that clients can add different features. It depends on their needs, like the solar panels. Also, we can add air quality monitoring systems, or also advertising panels, and differentiating on the project. We also have this more personalized line, and the other industrial line that have a lot of variety also of designs.
Okay, sorry, but the time is up. The 4 minutes are up, so we'll finish here. Thank you.
If I may, only one suggestion. A second, please.
Yes, sure.
Too many emotions. So be more relaxed when you present, and everything will be okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for the advice, Antonella.
Well.
Okay, who do we have next? I think it's Optisan.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Paola, can you stop sharing your screen?
Yeah, I replaced your ShareMant. Do you see my presentation?
Yes, let me start setting up the time. Yeah, and whenever you're ready, we'll start it.
I'm ready.
Okay, so let's go. 4 minutes.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Bogdan. I'm CEO of Optisan startup, and we are developing portable solutions for full cycle on-site water treatment. And let's start with the problem. Lots of regions in the world are suffering from war or from nature disasters. And lots of these regions are being left without electricity and without access to any sort of water, and especially drinking water, which is super important in such tough conditions. And how this problem solved currently? More than 90% of current situations are solved just by delivering bottled water to the place to drink. And this costs very huge amount of water needed to be there, a lot of logistic costs, and so lots of other problems. And by the way, do you know that even a single sip from a plastic bottle makes water contagious in just 2 hours? And second problem is that you really do not know what you drink and what's in this water. So even if you deliver the needed requirement amount of water to the place, you cannot be sure that the water is safe and you are safe in this place. So in Europe, especially, the situations are flooding, for example, in Central Europe, in Czech Republic and Poland. And as far as you know, the current situation in Ukraine, where I'm living and spending all my time working. And our solution is ultrasound filter. It makes 10 liters of drinking water in 30 minutes. It's reducing 30 tons of plastic annually for each 100 filters deployed. It makes water right on the spot and up to 10 times cheaper than any other competitors. It kills all known bacteria being in water, and it almost completely reduces logistics costs for the clients. So our filter provides 5 daily portions of water in 30 minutes, which can support 5 people for each filter. It's controlled and can be monitored via mobile application. It requires no consumables and chemicals and able to work with solar panels because of high energy efficiency. And the core of our technology is a combination of 3 different types of water treatment. It's raw filtering. We use stainless steel membrane filter, which makes it very long-term use and requires the replacement with more than 50 tons of water for each filter. And it requires up to 30 watts. So it's a maximum one-time energy consumption for water filtration. So it can be working from, for example, from automobile accumulator or powerful power bank. And our technology is patented in Ukraine and currently in Germany. So how it works? You move the filter to the spot, fill it with water, and that's all. You can put small solar panel beside, or you can use internal accumulator. Press that button, and in 30 minutes, you have water ready to drink. We are reaching non-industrial spendings for water filtration. We're a huge market. And of course, we are targeting some at about up from 1 to 3%. And this market relates with portable water filtration systems. The CAGR also is huge. It's up to 7%. And by 2030, as you can see, market size will be doubled. Our business model currently is direct sales to organizations and, in fact, GOs and NGOs. Yeah.
Few seconds to wrap up. Thank you.
Yeah, but we're seeking for other opportunities. It's not only organizations, but other B2B and B2C clients. As I said before, our main competitive advantages are the price per liter. It is up to 10 times cheaper, and our resource before replacement.
To stop.
Yeah, we plan to reach 3 million euros in 1 year. In case of
the time is up. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. It's took a bit longer. We currently have traction with our second product, and with help of SynergistEIC program, we have made first batch of filters and tested with real customers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. Sorry for cutting, but for fairness, we need to keep everyone on time.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 minutes. Fred, you're up for the first question. Thank you.
Thanks, Bogdan. Appreciate your persistence, actually. So a question. So you are entering a market which is like super crowded, right? And I understand that you are probably cheapest. That's what you claim, right? I also wonder whether, a typical family really cares whether they pay 5 euros or 7 euros for their water, right, per month. So I think my question to you is, what is like the killer feature really, besides the price, that you believe, will help you rise above all the solutions, all the gazillions of solutions for drinking water out there? How would you grasp people's attention?
Yeah, we basically have 2 main killer features. It's absence of consumables. The first thing and second thing is super least energy consumption. So it can work from any source of electricity, even very weak. And this led us, for example, in comparison, our main competitors are huge filters, which are being placed, for example, in Africa for supplying people with drinking water, but it requires energy. So which requires lots amount of energy, up to 50 watts for 10 liters of water production. Basically, our energy consumption is less than 10 watts for each 10 liters.
Thank you. Next question. Aluka, please.
What's the life expectancy of the product?
Lifetime, you mean all the life cycle, yeah?
Yeah, the lifetime.
Okay, so Yeah, our filter has only one replaceable part. It's, as I said before, membrane stainless steel filter. The least capacity is 50,000 liters, the least capacity. We have made a research, we have scientific publications on this, and in fact, that's the only thing you need to replace in the filter. Ozonation part in the filter serves up to 4 years without any replacement. So basically, if this filter serves for you, and if you maintain it with the correct way, you need to put off the filter part and clean it each time you have used the filter. So it takes up to 5 minutes more. But if the maintenance is correct, the life cycle is more than 3 years. After that, you can maintain it with our company. We haven't reached this stage yet, but we are seeking for the way to offer a maintenance kit from our company for our filters. It's very easy to disassemble, and you can do it with only a screwdriver itself.
Thank you. We still have 1 minute, Antonella, for your question.
Yes, I saw some market revenues and some expectations from your site. So on what basis, on what information do you have this info?
Okay, 2 main sources. The first one we have built were a huge financial model, which includes, I have only 2 slides here. With this, it includes all possible factors and all the real amount of filters we can sell and produce. And as you saw on the slide, we had a break-even point and some point in which we require additional investments in the equipment to increase the amount of filters produced. That's the first side. And the second side is we have researched GOs and NGOs markets, and we have found the real amounts of money organizations are spending for supplying such regions with drinking water. And that was the basis for percentage calculation and the amount of market calculation also.
Perfect. Time is up. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry. Next startup is Microfy AI. Sorry.
Hello. I will share my screen.
Yes, please.
Trying. Okay. It is working?
It's coming. Yes. I see it and I hear you. So when you're ready, let's start for the 4 minutes of pitching.
Okay. So good morning, everybody. I am Irache Perales. I am the CEO at Microfy Systems. And today I will present what we do and who we are. Microscopy analysis in the agri-food sector is a very useful technique, and it provides insights to different operations in the value chain, like supporting R&D activities, quality control checks, or assessing food security constraints. However, the problem is that traditional microscopy is complex. It requires a trained expert, it is labor-intensive, and also it is prone to human error. Then if you outsource the service, then usually it's expensive, and then the results are obtained days after. So you are losing real-time control of your process and your product. In that sense, we already have automated microscopy powered by artificial intelligence, which offer many different advantages over the conventional manual technique, because it is more accurate, it is fast, the data is obtained already digitalized, it is easier, there's no need to manually inspect the sample, and you can focus also on other tasks instead of collecting images by hand. The problem is that for the agri-food industry, all the available solutions that we have in the market for automated microscopy are not in line with the purchase budget that they have. We all know that food industry, it has very low margins, and they are they have like high reluctance to invest in expensive systems. So all the commercial devices that they have in the market are not able for them because they have been traditionally designed for biotech, medtech, and pharma industries who have a very high purchasing power. in that sense, we have created Microfy system with one value proposition, that is to democratize automated microscopy based in AI for the agri-food sector. So we are offering simple, fast, plug-and-play, affordable solutions for them. It is important to mention that we sell ready-to-use system. Let's say the device have been already evolved to carry out the operation that the client needs. As an example, we can do different applications like cell counting, yes viability assessment, size and color measuring, and object classification. I would like you to try to imagine how tough and complex would be if you have to do these actions with human eye. So we plan to use different hardware. We have different versatile hardware in which we can play with type of light, magnification, and scanning modes. So we can target many different needs in different markets. Always we have the same essential premise, which is always offering affordable plug-and-play devices. We always use the same B2B business model with two different revenue streams. First one is that they buy the device up front with very affordable price, and then they have to pay recurrent payments as a software as a service. We can implement pay-per-use, or we can implement monthly subscription plans depending on the volume that they have. The traction that we have to date with the first commercial product that we have sold in the food industry is that we have clients in 10 countries to date, the 25 paying customers that we have, and the development has been done with non-dilutive grants and loans. And already we have been recognized in different accelerators, different events, and also we have joined different acceleration programs. Here I would like you to show examples of the products applications that we have for the honey industry, for quality analysis, then also to detect different diseases in beehives, to detect different parasites, then also to track the alcoholic fermentation in wine and beer based in yeast detection and viability, also for mycelium tracking over time. And
Time is up, so please wrap up in a few seconds.
Okay, we have everything done in our installation, so everything is done inside with our technical team. And then we are requesting now private investment to cover pending R&D development and to help us to commercialize the products that we already have ready. The budget is low because we want to first analyze traction, and then we will define which of the products we want to
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for the time.
It's okay. Thank you so much. Okay, 4-minute question. Raluca, you're first.
What's the profile of your customer and how big the market is?
The profile is always small SMEs, because large corporates, they already have a lot of resources. So I would say low and medium type of entities that they perform already these analyses by hand. It could be private or it could be public. We have labs, we have universities, we have SMEs, but they are doing already the task by hand. So they invest a lot of time, or they don't know how to do it. So we offer them the opportunity that with our device, they can start doing this service.
Thank you. Fred, next question.
Yeah, maybe build up on what Raul asked. Can we have some numbers on the market size?
Yeah, every time that we include one market, we increase the market, the potential market that we have. Now we have the honey market, the whole available honey market. I don't know the numbers, but I would say that we are targeting around 500 clients in Europe. Then also veterinarian market for beehives. Then also beer and wine industry, which you can imagine how big it is. So every time that we develop one use case, that is very fast for us because we already count with the technology, we include a new market, a potential market to target.
Thank you.
Thank you. Antonella, next question. You're muted, I think. Antonella, you're
Sorry.
No.
Why do you think the clients will buy this? Because in my experience, I know that you need to be a certificated laboratory to do this type of microscopic analysis for the food industry.
Okay, this is because you are thinking about security in food. I mean,
Yes.
if you want to identify if there is any pathogen that can be, let's say, potential risk for humans, then yes, you have to be certified. But our value proposition, and that's why we are so affordable, it's because we target quality control. And in quality control, you don't need to meet these very strict criteria or to meet directive or homologation or certification. When you are counting yeast or when you are trying to inspect any defect that they have, or you want to analyze like quality of honey or to detect some parasites that are not let's say dangerous for humans, then you don't need to be certified. You don't need any specific homologation. In fact, they are already doing it by hand. So we are always targeting specific use that are not under any strict certification or homologation.
Okay, so if I understand well, your market and your product have some barriers to enter on the market regarding this type of regulations.
Yeah, exactly. When we develop one use case, we first analyze how would be the commercialization and if we are somehow restricted by any directive or certification or homologation. If we are, and if very expensive to be paid, then we just don't develop this use case. That's why the equipment for medtech and biotech and pharma is so expensive, because the accuracy has to be almost 100%, and they have to pay a lot of regulation and paperwork and process with regulatory bodies. That's why their equipment is so expensive. But we have seen that in the food industry, for instance, when you are doing wine or you are doing beer, you only need to count this, and this is not subject to any directive.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So the Q&A session is also finished. And we have the last startup of group 2, so it will be Plan Z to be pitching next.
Hello. First off, a quick sound check. Can you confirm you hear me all right?
Sounds is good.
All right. Let me share my screen. Please, if somebody can just confirm once you can see it.
Yeah, we can see it. So whenever you start, I will start the timer.
All right.
So 4 minutes, I will put the hands up 1 minute before the end. And then I will cut you after 4 minutes.
Let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay, thank you again. And hello, everyone. My name is Luca, and I'm the co-founder and CEO at Plan Z. We're a Slovenian biotech company that develops solutions for the biopharmaceutical industry. But today I want to talk about cannabis, and specifically indoor cannabis cultivation, and why it's inherently unsustainable. It consumes immense amounts of electricity for lighting, heating, and air conditioning, and it accounts for 2% of total electricity consumptions in some regions of the world. Water usage is also a big problem, since cannabis is a very water-intensive crop. But lastly, it also involves constant use of harsh chemicals like fertilizers, pesticides, fungicides, and others to ensure consistent high yields and protection against pests and different types of diseases. But the good news is that most of these problems actually stem from a single root cause: photosynthesis. This process takes place in the leaves and converts light into sucrose, which is basically a sugar molecule that serves as the plant's main source of energy. However, the conversion efficiency of photosynthesis is only 3%. So in other words, roughly 97% of electricity that's used in indoor cannabis cultivation goes to waste. And this is where we come in. We developed Amplify, a precision nutrient delivery system that infuses nutrients directly into the stem of plants. This approach is pretty unique because it enables the delivery of sucrose into plants. In this way, you can actually imagine Amplify as kind of a power bank for your plants. In addition, the nutrient mix also includes essential micronutrients, which reduce the need for fertilization. And this leads to greater yields and a notable reduction in the environmental footprint of cultivation. Amplify consists of a microfluidic pump, which slowly delivers a patent-pending nutrient formula to the plant over a period of about 2 to 3 weeks. The formula is delivered to the plant through a blunt top needle called a cannula here on the slide, and is attached to the stem with a specialized adapter. This is how it looks like in real life, and it can work with any type of cultivation arrangement, and it takes about 2 minutes to set up per plant. Now, we conducted 3 extensive studies in collaboration with 2 universities and showed that Amplify actually increases cannabis yield by 34%. This also translates to major economic gains for the growers, but more on that a little bit later. Our technology also works with other types of plants. However, there's a big reason why we picked cannabis. It's a staggering 360 billion euro industry, which is experiencing very rapid growth. It also consists of several niche markets like the medical cannabis and home grower markets, where Amplify fits in perfectly. Our business model follows the razor blade model with a one-off purchase of hardware, followed by a subscription to the nutrient cartridges. And this is actually where we make most of our money. For the growers, Amplify results in a positive return on investment in the first growth cycle already. But when used on 3 plants for 1 year, the savings amount to 1,500 euros. So this is per unit. We launched Amplify 1 week ago and already shipped the first orders. Now, if you'd like to learn more about it or give Amplify a try for yourself, please visit our webpage at getamplify.com or reach out to the email that you can see on the slide. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for keeping up on the time. And Fred is already ready for question.
Thanks, Luca. So a question. So you spoke about the benefit in terms of CO2 reduction. So that is clear. What is a little bit less clear to me is the business case for the customers. Right? So can you maybe elaborate on that in like much more granular level of detail? So I spend X on your solution. This is what I get in return, and thus this is why I would buy it, including all the work, right, that I have to put in as a grower.
Sure. So maybe first, for a little context, this Amplify is used purely as an add-on. So basically, you just add it to your standard grow procedure, right, or best practice. And what we showed is that you can really produce a lot more because you introduce energy in terms of sucrose, in the context of sucrose to the plant, right? So you produce about 30 to 35% more of your product, which can be directly translated into an economical benefit, right? So the most straightforward answer is you add this, you invest a bit of money in it, but you already get a positive return in the first growth cycle. Whereas, the main price is basically this pump that you buy once, and it will last you for several years, right? So the longer you use it, then you just simply restock the cartridge.
But Luca, can you put some numbers on it, right? You say 34%. I don't know what this means in euros, and I have to pay in euros, right, for your solution. So how does this balance out or not balance out?
Yeah, so for example, if you grow 3 plants for 1 year, the 34% will result in a 1,500 euros profit. And this is already when you deduct the price of the 1 unit that can serve 3 plants, right? So 1 plant produces about 50 to 100 grams on average. 1 gram, the price of 1 gram of cannabis is about 7 euros on average. So 30% more. So this would be about 20 grams more, right? So per plant, it's 20 times 7, so 150 euros per plant.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question, Raluca. We have 2 minutes left.
I was curious if it can be applied also for other plants.
Yes, so actually this technology is not completely new. It's based on scientific literature. And similar approaches, although a bit more rudimentary, were used in crops. So, for example, soybean, corn, potatoes, sweet potatoes, etc. So different types of crops, and they exclude, without an exemption, showed benefits both in yields, and also this technology is being used to deliver medication to the plants as well, such as palm trees, which are quite inaccessible to reach in the heights. So yes, short answer, it is applicable to other plants as well.
Thank you. And Antonella's question?
Do you have any regulations on the industry regarding this? Because you are going, you know, with a use case that is very, very regulated.
Yeah, so it depends on the market niche. So if you recall from the slide, I mentioned there are many, let's say, sub-markets within the cannabis cultivation market. So for example, the medical cannabis production is regulated, right? So you need a GMP laboratory. So there we would need to comply to the GMP practices, right? But with our go-to-market strategy is to tackle the market niches which are not regulated, like the home growers market, for example. And you know that is already over $1 billion in Europe now, with Germany legalizing home growing and some other countries as well. So you know we're trying to tackle the low-hanging fruit first.
Perfect timing. Thank you. Okay, we are a little bit behind. So we finished group 2. We are a little bit behind in the time. So we will have a small break. We meet in 3 minutes at 10 past. So from CT time is 12 and 10 minutes. So in 3 minutes, please, let's come back and continue for the group 3. Thank you.
Details of their scenario that they want to predict what will happen. They give their design, for example, like a pipe system, and then with a click of a button within seconds, they can get tables, figures, models, or even reports, and use this analysis for their decision making and judge for their prototyping. So basically, we address two big markets. The one is the CAD and CAM, computer-aided modeling industries, and hydrogen market. So these are two huge markets that they have a lot of potentials, and we basically we address their needs for virtual testing through simulations for testing their prototypes. And we have penetrated already these two markets with potentials to the potential to move forward to the automotive, aeronautics, and medtech. So why is this software very important? In these markets, for example, for the hydrogen market, when we want to test something new, like a new system, a new vessel system or an aircraft, and so on, we spend at least 60% of the new product development in testing these prototypes. And this prototyping is done with computer simulations. Our virtual testing solution for these energy systems lasts the design time a lot by 80% and reduces the cost a lot by 60% at least, and saves customers money, which is significant. To give you an idea, this is a list of some of our competitors, and we have our competitive advantage stems from the new technology that we have developed over the years through a lot of R&D projects. In terms of revenue growth and projections, this is our projections for the next 8 years, and we plan to increase our revenue a lot by setting up strategic partnerships with key players, primarily in the energy industries, and particularly for companies that work in hydrogen and new systems for hydrogen for the Paris Agreement by 2050 for net zero. And we plan to also set up strategic partnerships in Asia. And our business model is primarily B2B and B2G, although we have the opportunity to give access to single users. When it comes to our business model, we have 4 sources of income. We have consultancy, licenses, R&D grants, and training, as shown in the figure on the bottom left. And right now we are raising €500,000, and we plan to use this money primarily for the product development and the marketing. And
time is up, so please wrap up in a few seconds. Thank you.
I'll just finish my presentation here with what we have achieved in 2024. We are based in Greece, but we have also people in the UK and Switzerland, and soon we will have people in Spain. and we have paying users already. So I guess this is all from me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the Q&A part.
Yes.
Who is first for the first question? Yes, Fred, please go ahead.
Thanks, Kostas. Can we speak more about the market size, and particularly in the context of your niche, and maybe the kind of superiority within that niche, right? Because my intuition is that it's going to be a smaller part of the market, right? And yet you will still compete with some of the other CAD solutions and modeling solutions out there. So can you maybe share your thoughts on the market size in more detail?
Yeah, basically, yeah, we started as a completely new simulator. This software, our product is our flagship product. Started like a unique software that has like new models that they aim to the model like very risky, very complicated industrial scenarios. For example, for the storage of hydrogen or the handling of the transportation within vessels or within from one country to another country, right? But this is one competitive advantage, let's say, that this simulation technology. The other part of this technology that is very important and basically distinguishes our product with the other products is that, yeah, we have the AI technique that we have developed over the years that allows us to completely bypass a lot of intermediate steps that currently our competitors use. So our competitors have software that they have a lot of intermediate steps for running these simulations and giving the user, which is typically like a large company in oil and gas, that they want to have like a new vehicle for reducing these CO2 emissions, right? So they need to run a lot of tests, and they have a lot of intermediate steps in each one of these tests. So we offer the opportunity to run many different tests with like a very small number of intermediate steps. So that's basically.
Thank you.
We need to move on to the next question.
Yes.
Luca or Antonella, do you have one? Antonella, go ahead.
Yes, I understand that we are doing a lot of research on this product, because I see it's a very complex one.
That is correct. Yes, indeed. It's a result of a lot of years of research, at least 7 years, and we have a team of. We started like in the university in the UK, a small team of PhD students back then in 2016, and then yeah, this is important, and we always are part of R&D projects, small ones or big ones, because we need to keep improving this technology. This technology, AI with for 3D simulations for industrial problems, has only arisen in Europe since 2018, and we were part of these first projects, Horizon 2020, sorry, back then, that the first R&D projects that they were using AI for predicting industrial problems. And
okay, we are running out of time soon. Raluca, do you have a short question?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. So you can take more time to finish the other one. Sorry.
Yeah, it's basically it's important because it's new technologies that they have arisen over the years, over the last 5 years, and they aim at speeding up prototyping and helping, adopting new green technologies like new fuels, testing new fuels and fuel systems for heating and electric vehicles and stuff like that, right? So R&D is very important for us, but it's not the only one. We are aiming to dedicate more of our, let's say, time and efforts in consultancy, which is an important part of our business model.
Time is up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thanks for accepting to come earlier from your
No worries. Thanks.
order. I think Astrotech AI is now here.
Yes.
Yes, are you ready to start pitching?
Of course. Thank you for giving me access to be a panelist. There was some problem with that, but now we are
Okay.
good.
So 4 minutes.
You see the screen? Just to
Yeah, I
confirm?
see the screen and I
Perfect.
hear you well. So when you start, I will start the timer. Good luck.
Perfect. If you have ever been in devastating earthquake, you know how scary it is. Turkey, last year, 57,000 deaths, 109 billion euros in damages. China, 137 billion in damages, 87,000 deaths. Japan, in two earthquakes, over 24,000 deaths and almost €500 billion. Morocco, Italy, Taiwan, and the list goes on and on. 3 billion people live in seismic active areas, but beyond saving lives, what else can we do? 42 million euros of loss for the gas pipe explosion caused by earthquake in Turkey last year. Most of those damages could have been avoided if we have only an alert with enough time of notice. Earthquake alert. You have 12 seconds of notice time. You have babies in your arms, kids running around. You have elderly. You need to find a safe place in your house. You are trying to find it. You are out of time. I'm Noemi Zabari, co-founder and CEO of Astrotech AI. And thanks to our system, we will be moving seconds of notice time to days of notice time. It means moving from distraction, panic, reaction to preparation, evacuation, and the ability to secure infrastructure. And by doing so, we will save lives and reduce damages in infrastructures and heavy industries. Astrotech AI utilizes space to see ground. Today, we are utilizing two main data types, cosmic radiation and Earth observation satellite data. It's SAR, which means radar, and thermal imaging. And on top of that, we have developed deep machine learning models that cross-correlate that data and identify anomalies that speak about upcoming earthquakes. And today, our system can see 50% of the earthquakes with magnitude 5 and above in Richter scale. And we see them with 80% accuracy if we are using only one data type, and 85% if we are adding to that satellite data. The co-founding team has a vast experience and expertise in the relevant science domain, business operation, R&D, software development, experience in leading R&D project with a budget of 10 million euro and more, implementing an innovating solution into market, and we are in the startup environment last 15 years. The whole team has all the skill sets that we need to accomplish our goal. And we also have an amazing advisors who support us in various fronts: business to tackle US market, space development and space insurance, and co-seismic specialists from NASA. We identified multiple market segments, and today we are tapping on two main of them: government and insurance market. Insurance, reinsurance, which are the companies that insure insurance, and the underwriters, those who create and adapt the insurance product based on the risk assessment they do. And for those two markets, our TAM, SAM, and SAM is 170, 34, and 4 billion respectively. And that doesn't include the insurance gap that, thanks to our solution, we will be able to cover. And looking at our business model, the public sector will be charged an annual fee, and the insurance industry will be also charged annual fee plus 5 to 12% of a shared profits. And this was already verified within the biggest insurtech syndicate, Lloyd's of London. Early traction, we have a memorandum of understanding with number of players. We have 3 planned pilots, and now we are in communication with 8. Yes,
please wrap up in a few seconds.
Sure, with 8 insurance companies. And when it comes to competition, we come with the lowest infrastructure cost and the longest forecasting horizon. We are gathering 2 million today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for wrapping up. Questions? Yes. Who is the first question? Yes, Fred.
I don't want to be starting the whole time, but I don't mind as well. So, cool. Thanks for the presentation. So on the market side, so my intuition is that for every country there will be like one or two organizations that take care of the monitoring of earthquakes, right? Because there is no point really in more subjects doing that, and it's probably also not very good business, right? It's just a service that the government should provide, right? And yet, now, Naomi, you speak about the TAM, right, in terms of the insurance market, right, which is, I think, not your TAM. So what is your TAM really, right? One, and maybe second, and perhaps for me more interesting question is, what other use cases are there for this, cosmic ray monitoring that you guys seem to be able to, to do? So what other markets can you open, for example?
There are plenty things that we can do that we don't even think about. We didn't even think about, but we started to talk with our potential clients, and we are discovering, right? So, for example, we are talking with Munich Re, reinsurance, one of the reinsurance, and they are in Germany. They don't really have earthquakes, but they are, for example, insuring Mercedes. Mercedes is also not in the seismic active regions, but value chain is in the seismic active region. The same, for example, with AWS. They have their storages in the north of Italy. It's L'Aquila region. In 2009, this region was destroyed. For example, the company Thales Space Alinea was destroyed. They are producing they are producing the parts for satellite missions or space missions in general. And they were destroyed totally. Billions of dollars lost. ESA, European Space Agency, was funding them to build another facility. So there are many things that we can do to minimize damages.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Antonella, have a question?
Yes, my question is regarding the military industry. How do you want to enter on the military and security sector?
So this is something that we are doing, but very slowly. It's not the primary market, but we are in the contact with American DoD, and they need such alerts for their operations, right? So if they know, for example, days before, they can move a whole assets. They can move the tracks. I don't know how do they call in English, or move even the plane. Just fly into the different place. They can do many things when knowing that the earthquake is coming.
Thank you. Raluca, do you have a question?
Well, I will speak from the experience from Romania, and I'm really curious, how do you plan to convince the authorities to want to adopt your product?
It's already happening. That's one. Second, it's not that early warning systems are not existing. They do. They do exist in most of the countries that are shaking, Japan, California, and all others. What we do, our solution is API-based. So we come with the same solution just days before, right? So we are bringing a value to systems that already exist. We don't want to build a system of alerting people from the scratch. We don't want to discover America. We want to bring a value to systems that already exist. And when I'm saying that it's already happening, I'm saying that because we have this approach of going to geological surveys of each country who certify us, and then we have a very easy access to government. So today we are in the north of Italy, south of Italy, Basilicata region with governments, in Israel as well with governments, and all of the rest is via insurance market.
Thank you. Time is up. Thank you so much, Noemi, for your presentation and your question and your energy.
Can I make a remark?
Yes, please.
About the presentation, too dramatic, so make it less dramatic for the future.
No problem. We have many versions of our presentation, and I think this one gets to people, even though when they are not living in seismic active regions. I'm from Poland. We don't have seismic activity. I don't care about earthquakes, and I need to get to those people. That's why dramatic.
Thank you. Okay, we are running out of time a little bit. So Luxid is next.
Hello?
Yes.
So you can hear me well, right?
Yeah, we can hear you well.
Okay, sharing my screen. You can see my screen, right? All
Yes,
good?
it's in presentation mode. So once you start, I will start the timer. 4 minutes. Thank you.
All right. I'll try not to be dramatic about this problem. $43 billion will be lost if weeds are poorly treated, and that's in US soybeans and cornfields alone. Weeds to crops are like cancer to us. They see nutrients and water from the crops, the good cells, and there's no way to remove them yet without harming the crops. Nowadays, even the most technologically advanced farms still rely on expensive and scarce manual labor and on herbicides, which are cancer to us and the environment. But they are cheap and effective. Imagine on vulnerable crops, farmers pay this much to wheat per hectare per season, and it goes up for organic farmers. And these numbers keep increasing due to labor shortage. That's why Luxid Robotics is using lasers and AI to burn weeds. 0 herbicides needed, improving the quality of the crops, the soil, and of course the farmers' profits. We will mainly sell the machine, but start with a robot as a service revenue model as we mature the product, starting with middle-sized Dutch farmers who plant onions and carrots, 2 of the most vulnerable crops to weed. And with so many techniques to choose from, this is how these farmers think. Is it precise enough, or will it kill my produce, especially onions and carrots that require superior precision? Is it also fast enough to cover all my land for it to be worth its price tag? Is there a recurring expense in terms of herbicides and manual labor still needed? Is it organic? Is it regenerative? Laser weeding became very popular with Carbon Robotics, the first and only commercial laser weeder, selling out since 2021 in the US, an expensive, bulky machine suitable for mega farms rather than most EU farmers. Luxid is well positioned against both competitors to scale across the EU with the right mix of precision, speed, lightness, and affordability. As for our development stage, we're now upgrading our prototype into an industrial MVP, fine-tuning our modular laser unit, and the AI model by collecting more images from Dutch onion fields. We have already 5,000 images. My co-founder Georgie and I, alongside our CTO Jad, lead a dynamic team of young engineers with the guidance of seasoned advisors in business and in agriculture. Ever since we moved to the Netherlands, we logged 2 Dutch pilot fields, and we have 7 interested farmers and associations ready to support us in our early stage journey, whether it's with collecting images from the field or trials. With the funding and technical support from our partners, we're on track to release a paid MVP late 2025. Actually, we have 2 rounds of testing, one this November on winter onions with a farmer in Limburg, Netherlands, just to gather farmer feedback, and a more sophisticated testing in May 2025 on spring onions. Then, once we have a working MVP, we'll use the robot as a service model to earn initial revenue and plan a seed round. In order to tap into this huge weeding market, after the seed round, we will start with direct sales to our interested farmers. But after, scaling nationally, then regionally across the EU will happen through agri-machinery distributors. For example, we have Abimac in Netherlands and AgriHandler in Poland who are deeply interested in working with us in the future. The seed round, well, actually, we will need a follow-up round to produce the first 3 machines, as this is an asset-heavy startup. And we need to position ourselves on the international stage because we have that much potential. Of course, we believe in partnerships for impact to bring value to farmers, so we seek these kinds of partners to even add to our machine. So join us in our journey to make chemical spraying a thing of the past and organic crops accessible to everybody. And thank you.
Perfect timing at the second. Thank you so much for keeping up. And then who has the first question? Yes, Antonella, please go ahead.
How do you see your business model? From where you will get the money? How do you want to sell the product?
Okay, so when we reach a paid MVP, we will start with weeding service. So this is how the farmers are already doing. They bring the manual labor every 2-3 times, depending on the crop, and they weed. And they pay, there's a sum, euro per hectare per season that they pay, and that's around 2,500 euros. And we want to, as we mature the product bit by bit, start by 2,000 euros, then increase that, because we won't have that much capacity. Our AI, let's say it stands at 90%, but then there's 10% that needs to be improved with all this time. So as we mature the product, when we reach a sellable model, the first 3 machines that we will build, we will sell them to our early adopters, but then we will need to partner with the distributors in every country so that we can scale. So what the distributors do, they buy the machine for a markup, 25 or 30%. I don't need to exist in France or in the United States. I only need a partnership there with a distributor. They buy our modules and they sell it to their market. And what we need to do is enhance our brand image.
Thank you. Raluca, next question.
Sorry, I heard you about saying that you want to build the first 3 machines. But what's your plan on manufacturing on scale the machines?
Okay, so we have a partner here in Limburg, Netherlands, Adit Manufacturing. They are able to supply us with 50 machines per year. But once we need even bigger, like 200 machines as we scale, they have a branch in Poland, which is much bigger, and it suits our manufacturing needs, capabilities in the future. So this is the track we're going to. But for now, we're staying local.
Thank you. Fred, your question?
Guadarrama, can you elaborate on the investment case from the perspective of the customer? Can you maybe show some numbers? Because it's not just the cost of the machine, right? There is connectivity, there is maintenance, there is probably, heavy energy, demand, right? Given that you use the laser. So, yeah, can you show some numbers? How does this compare potentially to competitors as well, or like competing solutions, alternatives?
I'll go back to the slide. It will aid me. But just so you know, so carbon robotics machine, it costs now $1.5 million to buy this machine now. I'll tell you, it's simpler to tell you what the competitor is doing now. And they need to replace lasers every year, so that's another $90,000. And still, the mega farms are having an ROI of 2 years. 2 years to return the investment of the machine. So that's already big. But with the farmers that we spoke with here in Netherlands, it's interesting because they don't see it that way. They don't see, they're not convinced with buying that much for that much money. And well, when compared to carbon robotics, we are 76% more power efficient because we use a different laser. Our laser replacement is every 3 years. They have 2,000 laser hours. We have at least 10,000 laser hours with the laser that we're using. I'm just being conservative here. So, and we are at 50%, no, 60% of their weight. So this is important because we're able to fold the machine. And when you fold it, you can transport it from field to field. And usually in Netherlands, the lands are far from each other. And if the farmer buys a carbon robotics machine, he loses a lot of time disengaging the machine, putting it on the trailer that they have to buy, and then getting it to the field and then re-engaging on the tractor. Whereas with us, they can just go with the tractor to the fields. So that's a major advantage. And one more thing regarding
time is up, so please wrap up very quick.
Okay, just regarding the weight, why it's important to have this 50% reduction, because when it rains, and now it's raining unpredictably and it's going to get worse, you can go into the field earlier if you have a machine less than 3 tons. They have a machine of 4.75 tons. They can't do that.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you so much. 3 startups left. Keep the energy high, please. And Eleon Energy, well, talking about it. It's your turn.
I will share the screen just a second. Okay, can you see it?
Yeah, not yet in presenting mode.
No, it's okay.
Yes, perfect. So
Okay.
let's start.
Okay, so hello, my name is Madalina Ilie and I'm here representing Eleon Energy Systems. Today I will introduce you to our innovative solution for sustainable water extraction designed to empower small-scale farmers and remote communities with a clean, affordable and independent water supply system. So let's dive in further. Traditional electric and fuel pumps are expensive, require high maintenance and rely mainly on electricity or fuels, which many remote areas don't have. Climate change is worsening the situation with unpredictable rainfalls or prolonged droughts. By 2050, we will need actually 450 million more hectares of irrigated land in order to feed a growing global population. So our solution, Eleon, is a wind-powered water pump that provides a sustainable, cost-effective solution for small-scale farmers, so up to 2 hectares of land, and household needs. It operates with 0 cost, with no electricity at all, no fuels, using only the wind energy. It is easy to install because it comes under the form of kit, and it's easy to relocate, and the maintenance costs are almost 0. And I will explain this a little bit later. So our system is designed to water extract around 20,000 up to 25,000 liters per day water, and it starts operating from up to 3 meters per second wind speed. Our system sets apart from its competitors because it's independent of electricity and independent of fuels. So no fuels, no electricity. So it comes with 0 operational cost, and it is ideal for small-scale farmers that do not have actually the economic power to buy this expensive or high-branded water pumps. Our business models is focusing on small-scale farmers, agriculture suppliers, NGOs, household needs that are located remotely. So we aim to sell directly to consumers through partners. These are retailers like Hornbach, Leroy Merlin, and so on. Additionally, we will offer subscription-based services for tech upgrades and real-time monitorization, because Eleon comes in a classic model and then the deep tech model, which integrates Internet of Things for monitoring water management on locations. Our market overview consists in the fact that the wind-powered water pump is set to grow up to 2031 to 380 million euros. So from this market, we project to take 2.8%. This will translate in 7,000 units sold per year at the price of 1,600 euros per unit. Our team for now is just of 6 members, not including the golden retriever, and we have over 25 experience years in software, IT, engineering, mechanical engineer, and communication. So we think we are ready to go with this project even further. Our milestones up to today, we have managed to secure a little bit over 100,000 euros from European funds, including SynergistEIC. And up to this moment, we have developed the prototype, the Internet of Things component, and the testing fields. We are going to continue with the testing field in order to improve our industrial prototype. And of course, by the end of the next year, 2025, we hope that we are going with the first pieces on the market. We have the social impact component here because it can be seen from the beginning, from the solution, that this is a system that is particularly addressed to small-scale farming, which have the budgets very well calculated, and it is for mainly for households that are
Time is up, so please wrap up in a few seconds.
Have power grids on. Okay, so I have 1 more minute, or this is the end?
No, this is the end.
This is the end. Okay, so I will stop here because the next slide is the thank you slide.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you. And we are ready for the Q&A. I'm going to give a stop share in order to see you better and answer the questions.
First question? No question? Yeah, Antonella.
No
question?
So you didn't convince me that your solution is something innovative, something new, because everything there is on the market.
Okay. So I can say a lot of explanations about this, but I will invite you to search on Google on this type of solution, namely wind-powered water extraction systems, and you will see that there is a gap there. So there are many solar power water extraction systems, but you will not find this wind power water systems for extracting water. So at a simple search on Google, if you can find some similar products, that will be a first. But what I have to say is that we are not just an innovative product 100%. We are based on our innovation on mechanical systems. So we have a mix of mechanical system with wind blades. So the secret in our innovation is inside this wind power water pump. That is our know-how, in a way, if I can say it like this. But actually the innovation comes from this model. First, it is a kit, and second, we have this mix of wind blades with mechanical technical solution. So this would, and probably the most important aspect is the fact that it comes like IKEA, like the furniture on IKEA. It comes as a kit, so you as user can assemble it, can play with it, and actually, if during the winter you cannot use it or you don't want to use it, you can wrap it up and open it up in the spring in the garden or in the solar or in the farm and so on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Aluka, next question.
So your clients need to be in a very windy area, or?
Yeah, very windy. We focus on the northwest part of Europe and then on Asia, because there are lots of places with wind and agriculture. Because in a way, if agriculture and winds intersect, then we have a plus. But this solution is also for, I don't know, remote homes, or for people who have a small garden and don't have many costs on water extraction in order to water the plants or the vegetables and so on. So besides the small scaling farm, we also have these families that grow their own vegetables, or other houses that are located in remote areas where there is the problem of energy access, the electricity access.
Thank you. One last minute for one last question.
When wind intersects with agriculture is the best place.
Madalena, maybe just to build up on that, can you jump back to the slide of the market size? I think you showed it was around 200 million, if I'm not wrong, but
yes,
maybe if you can elaborate more.
Also. Yes, I was surprised also to find out this, but I have an answer for this. Just a second. Can you see it, the screen?
Not yet.
I'm not sure why it's not working. So the problem is that my mouse is moving, but yes, it is about, I will tell you. So it is about the 200 million euros, the market size in 2022, and 381 million euros by 2031. And the KGR is 7.4%. So it's quite small, because these products are new but are not new, are on the market but actually are not on the market. So this calculation mainly were based for some projection of the development of this technology. So you can find electrical pumps, fuel pumps, solar pumps, and so on. But in this form, with the wind-powered water pumps, there is a little bit of a gap here on the market. That's why the numbers are quite small.
Thank you. Time is up. And last two startups. So Sense Solution. It's your turn to pitch. Please.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Let me share my screen. 1 second. Right here. Oh, wait. All right. Are you able to see it?
Yes, we can see not in full screen, but yeah.
Hang on 1
Yes,
second.
perfect now.
1 second. Okay. 1 second. I'm sorry. All right. Am I ready to start? Can I start?
Yes, let's go.
All right. Hello, my name is Tarek. I'm the communication specialist for Syn Solutions, and today I want to start by addressing the problem and the solution. So, dangerous levels of bacteria can be found in the air and water, and this results in life-threatening health risk. And but with Syn Solutions' advanced sensor technology, you can ensure real-time air and water quality monitoring that transform environments. Over the years, an increase of attention has been given towards the overall health and eco-friendly market, and our biotech sensors sit right within this market. We're able to work with water treatment systems, and we focus more so on medical facilities, food distribution centers, and also environmental projects in general. Also, with tighter regulations, there's an increase in demand for sensor technology to follow such regulations as well. A few problems within our market are the lack of user education and perceived complexity of sensor technology, low public awareness overall, competitive market with other small companies, regulatory approval depending on region, scalability depending on region, and also overall sensor lifespan. One of our solutions is the Hydro S3DP, which is a real-time water monitoring sensor. It detects Legionella and E. coli, and it's 40 times faster than current competitors. And our second solution is the AMR S3DP, which is a real-time air monitoring system that detects and identifies bacteria. And it is currently 18 times faster than competitors. Our team is composed of 11 personnel. We have chemists, communication specialists, project managers, financiers, telecommunication engineers, and firmware developers. In 2020, Syn Solutions received the European Commission Seal of Excellence. Also won first prize in the form of entrepreneurs in Soledad City. Current projects we're a part of right now are In Child Health, Circuit Water, SynergistEIC, Jumpstart for women entrepreneurs to also get into the US market. As far as competition, as you can see for the Hydro S3DP, we check all boxes as far as having a high sensitivity, direct measurements, not prone to any interferences, real-time monitoring and alarms. And for the AMR S3DP, we also have high sensitivity, high specificity, high reproducibility, meaning we're able to provide consistent, accurate results and automatic manipulation. And the only requirement or the only limitation of the AMR S3DP is it requires a cloud connection to function. As far as our business model, we use our device as a service. So the Hydro S3DP standard unit monthly price is about 650 euros per device, or annually 5,800 euros per device with a 3-year minimal contract agreement. And for the AMR S3DP, it's listed at 5,085 euros per device or 55,000 euros per device annually with a 3-year minimal contract agreement as well. Marketing approaches we have are conferences, exhibitions, email marketing, educational content marketing, social media platform exposure, and also advertisements. As far as our market analysis, Syn Solutions, we believe we're able to obtain the market of about 20 million to 185 million euros for the Hydro S3DP. And for our air sensor, the AMR S3DP, we believe we are able to obtain between 10 to 11 million euros. Investment opportunities, right now we're doing an investment around 750,000 euros. 65% of that goes into our structure. 25% goes in towards scaling up the company, 5% goes into marketing, and the last 5% goes into as you can see, from 2024 to 2027, there's exponential growth projected for each year. And
time is up, so please wrap up.
All right. And as far as our exit strategy, we want to do between 2025 and 2026, We want to do a second round of investment of about 3 million euros is our goal, expand within the Asian market and also within the European Union. We would like to set a company between 2027 and 2030 with the estimated value of the company listed at 80 million in 2027. And that is all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, 4-minute Q&A. First question, please. Who is on for the first question? Yes, Antonella, please.
Well, you didn't convince me too much.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Not sure what to say about that.
You have 1 minute to do it, so you can try.
Well, as we stated the problem before, there's dangerous levels of bacteria that can be that are life-threatening and perform like major health risks to individuals. And so what SynerSolutions do is we produce sensor technology that's able to detect these bacteria and gases at dangerous levels within air and water. So we're able to provide sensor technology to monitor these bacteria.
But are different sensors for water and air?
Yes. The Hydro S30P is a water sensor, and the AMR S30P is an air sensor. Yes.
Okay, and what is different about your product and the others that are on the market?
All right. The difference between our Hydro S30P sensor is low installation, for example, also provides fast results, and we're able to use AI algorithm training to target specifically what type of bacteria you want to look for. And the same applies for the AMR S30P as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any question from Fred or Luca?
No, thank you.
Not from me.
Okay, thank you. So if no more question, we have one last startup, which is Undo Solution to be pitching. Perfect, it's coming.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Hello, sorry, accept my apologies. I have to pitch from my car.
Okay.
Startup slide.
Okay,
so,
then go for it. You have 4 minutes.
You see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, so starting. So my name is Ilya Yernov, and I'm co-founder of Undo Smart Farming Solutions. Undo is the next generation automation solution for plant monitoring, precise fertigation and irrigation, and climate control for open fields in region. We are actually targeting the following problems for the farmers. We have them with labor shortage, which leads to human errors. We help them optimize and make more efficient the use of water and fertilizers, and increase their crop yield, and most importantly, make it predictable. And here are a few numbers from our customers that were provided by them. These are not numbers that we came up with. These numbers actually show that after the installation of our automation solution, the reduction of human resources related to irrigation fertigation is reduced by up to 30%. The used water is also reduced with up to 30% thanks to the soil moisture sensor smart irrigation. We inject the fertilizers more precisely in the water, which reduces by 20% the usage, and this leads to increase in their crop yield with up to 20%. Beside the challenges the farmers are facing, which I mentioned in previous slides, they actually do not have decent we're talking about small and medium-sized farmers, do not have decent solutions that are suitable for them. They either have very expensive solutions, which are functional but very expensive, as I said, and or very limited in functionality but cheap. And the small and medium-sized farmers around the world are around 60%. Small and medium-sized farms means a farm which has 50 hectares or less, and less than 10% of them have some kind of automation. And our serviceable obtainable market only in the European Union is calculated to up to 220,000 farms, which based on our prices, on the prices, is estimated to around 1.3 billion euro annual recurring revenue. Having all this in mind, we actually decided to create Ondu with the mission to improve sustainability and profitability of small and medium-sized farms around the world by unlocking enterprise-grade farm automation for them, saving the planet one farm at a time. Currently, the farmers have some kind of semi-automation or manual equipment in the farm, which is very inconvenient, error-prone, and time-consuming, and of course, at the end, very expensive. With Ondu, they can automate their irrigation, fertigation, and climate controls in their open field and greenhouse, and most of all, they have full control and monitoring and transparency using our cloud-based system. We are beyond product market fit already. We have more than 160 farms as customers. We have 90% of them, 90 customers are using our automation solutions, and 70 are using our weather station called Ondu Sense. And we have very low total churn. We have less than 2% of our customers lost in 5 years, 4.5 existence. Actually, quite the opposite, 20% are actually upgrading, and they're using the system. Its stickiness and retention is great, and we have tested Ondu with a variety of crops. Why farmers are choosing Ondu? Because we help them increase their profit margin with up to 30%. We provide them subscription-only business model, which reduces the initial investment they have to make, and we provide along the way continuous warranty and quality support. And thanks to a cloud-based system, it's accessible 24/7 from anywhere. This is the founding team. We have great experience for 20 years working with software and hardware development. We have worked with companies like Netafim, Honeywell, and Siemens, and we have advisory board that helps us with shaping the business technology-wise and business-wise. As I mentioned, our revenue model is subscription only, but we also support the classical business model. We grow through value-added resellers network. We have value-added resellers in the following countries.
Time is up, so please wrap up.
Yeah, and the growth in revenue 2024 is a good year for us, and we expect 3 to 4 times growth in comparison to 2023. And last thing is, Ondu is not just an irrigation fertigation solution. It's a platform that can grow with and can be extended with disease models, pest monitoring, and other functionalities. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. And that was our last speech. So last questions from the jury members. Yes, Fred, go ahead.
Thanks, Ilya. Thanks for the presentation. So if I understand correctly, you have a proprietary hardware, right, that you are installing in the solution.
Yeah.
So do you only work with your proprietary hardware, or do you also function as an agency, basically helping farmers automate / optimize? And if it's just about the hardware, can you maybe talk a little bit more about it, because I'm kind of missing some more detail on it.
Yeah, for 4 minutes, I could not give everything that is necessary, but yes, we are using our own hardware when we talk about automation, the electrical equipment. But when we talk about fertigation system, which is, pipes and other things, we can connect to existing one, or we can provide our own fertigation system. We do not develop sensors. We do not develop irrigation valves, water meters. Our core competencies to develop the electrical equipment that's necessary for the automation. Is this answering your question?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. We actually have we're using some equipment off the shelf, and we also developing our own hardware equipment, electrical boards for a situation when we need to develop something. We are not trying, our added value is not in the hardware, more in the cloud-based system.
Thank you. Antonella's question now?
I know there are not many solutions on the market, but there are a couple of them. And how do you manage to define your business model from the others? So from your competitors, how are your advantages? Why the farmers will buy from you?
Yeah, this is something that we have experienced with a lot with our customers. We see that most of the solutions, most of the competitive solutions are actually based on the R&D that is 10, 15, 20 years old, and they're not quite good connected to the cloud. So this is, they have a lot of our competitors have retrofitted their equipment, but by default, it's limited by the hardware that has been developed in 10, 15, 20 years, even Israeli, Italian, Spanish solution. This is one difference. We're developed with the idea to be connected from day one. So this allows us to have cheaper hardware to make it to make the whole system translated in just a week into any language you wish. We have great user experience because it's a contemporary solution. And besides this, we have, as I mentioned, we are all-in-one solution. We can control the irrigation, the fertigation, the climate control. And for this, usually farmers have to buy at least 2 alternative solutions, which is 3 times or 4 times or 5 times, depending on other things, more expensive. And they have to use 2 different systems. And the last thing is we provide a subscription-only business model, which is a business model that no other company in our sector, I mean, in our in the irrigation fertigation domain, let's call it that way, offers.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
First, if I have enough time, I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
Your system is compatible with any other type of hardware that the farmer already has, or it requires a special equipment?
When we talk about greenhouse and if we have to control the climate in the greenhouse, we can connect to any existing equipment. We have more than 30 greenhouses in Bulgaria that we have connected to, so we know quite for sure we can basically start and stop the motors. When we talk about irrigation valves, for example, the manual irrigation valves are not suitable for automation, so they have to be replaced. And so basically the farmers the ideal case is if they have an existing irrigation system, the only thing that they have to do is change the irrigation valves with the ones that can be controlled electrically, that we can start and open and close remotely. And if they have fertigation system, for example, I don't know if you know what this is, but it's basically pipe equipment with pipes that is sucking fertilizers from different containers. If they have such existing, we can connect to the existing with some small modification, but most of the time we prefer to work with our fertigation system because it's much more precise, and we have made R&D in order to make it work, especially because we have to control the EC, electrical conductivity, and the pH of the water. We have to be sure that it's done correctly.
Time is up. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. That was our last startup, and thank you everyone for pitching, and thank you for staying as well. I know it's a long event. We need just a few minutes to run the results. How much time, Ina, do you need?
Not more than 4 or 5 minutes. So we'll be back as soon as I check the results.
Okay, so let's say in 4 minutes, so at 15 past, we are back for the results, and stay with us only a few more minutes, please. Thank you so much.
Please accept my apologies. My connection dropped.
Sorry?
My connection dropped. So that was I was kicked out of the meeting.
I'm sorry.
No problem. We're now waiting for the results. 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, we're back at 15 past, and we are just wrapping up the results and coming back in a few minutes with it. Stay with us. Thank you. Okay.
That was fast.
Well, we try our best.
Indeed, indeed.
Okay, I will be the one announcing the winners. Do you see my screen?
Not yet.
Ah, okay.
While you're sharing, I just want to disclose that for one of the categories, we have more than one startup that is top scored by our jury members.
Okay, I wanted to find a little sounds to make some drum roll, but no time for that. So I will try my best to do it. First of all, I just wanted to thank everyone for pitching. It was really an interesting event. I know it's long, but thanks everyone for staying also up, and really thanks for our jury member for being extremely active and finding some really good and interesting questions. So we had 3 categories, which are business model, pitching skills, and then the impact. So we have one winner in the business model, and I will do the drum roll myself. Our business model winner is Ondo Smart Farming Solution. So last but not least, pitch apparently. That's the mark. If you want to say something. I did not have time to put your logo. I will send you the certificate after all with the logo.
Thank you very much. Maybe that's the advantage of being the last one, the freshest memory. I'm joking, of course. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And regarding the business model, this is something that we had it was just a hypothesis if the agricultural market is ready to accept such model, especially when dealing with hardware. And it turned out that 90% of the deals that we have in the last 2 years is using that model only, subscription only. So it was far beyond what we expected. And for the moment, we offer it only in Bulgaria. But I believe that in the next year, going to other markets is going to be also introduced in other places because it's reducing the risk for the farmers and lowering their expectations. Last word to say, sorry, no, not expectation, the concerns. And the last thing to say, there was a very good research from Tenacious Ventures. It's an Australian fund, which actually said that the farmers do not need more technology. They need novel business models and novel marketing approaches. So that's what we are actually trying to innovate more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Okay, next category is the pitch and presentation skills. So a drum roll again, boom. And then we have it for Luxid. Is there someone from Luxid? If you want to say a few words, please not a 4-minute pitch. Don't let me stop you again. This is not the best role ever. So Luxid, I don't know if you are here. If not, then they will get the news through email. Okay, and the last one, the impact. So we have 3 winners here. There was so that's good. That means a lot of startups are making a really big impact now, and this is really important. So it's the social and the environmental impact. So the first winner, you are all equal. So we have Xsoft as one of the impact winner. If someone from Xsoft is here. Yes, I see Andre is here.
I'm here.
Yeah, it's Betty.
Okay, thank you very much for this evaluation, for this assist. I'm speechless. Thank you. I was surprised to have this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And then the second one is Go Windy as a social. Second again, you're all equal. It's not a podium here.
Thank you very much. It's great to hear that whatever we do translates to that. So we are happy to have a good impact environmentally and business-wise. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And then the last one is Astrotech AI, also for good impact and social and environment. Anyone from Astrotech AI still with us? No? Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending again and for all the great work. I don't know if someone wants to say some words, Ina, or to close the session.
We're past the time, so it was
Yeah.
a great pleasure to see the progress of the startups, because we did the selection, the evaluation and the selection 6 months ago, but then going through the synergistic program, progressing and having the time with the mentors and everything, it definitely made a change. So thank you so much for being part of this event and also of the synergistic program. I'm super happy also to see that we have 3 companies that are with the impact, which is also part of our goals as a synergistic team. So we've achieved our mission, I would say. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
apologies for a little bit of the delay. Have a lovely end of the week, everyone.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Cheers, bye-bye.
For facilitating.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.